of returning to the source in Africa, where his spiritual essence resides today. As we call the daughter of Africa, who did libation today, with reference to his loving call, and to the final call for his essence. Billy has not left. As a master musician, he has simply changed keys. He's what? He's changed what? We're always changing our keys. He struggled into a state of spiritual harmony. He challenged us to mold ourselves into a sense of harmony for ourselves, our community, our world, our creator. He leaves with us the value of Dr. Martin Luther King, beloved community and minister Malcolm X for self-determination. Billy has finished his earthly arrangement. He no longer treading the stony roads. He has bypassed the borders and the oceans. Now he's walking in the banks of the celestial Nile. He stepped out from the gloomy past and standing at last in the bright gleam of his star cast eternally. Billy Red, the musician, the griot, the Kemetic scholar, the son of Africa. You didn't just almost make it. Billy, you have arrived. You are home. A sense of home, he made sense of it by teaching us that our art is our power. But didn't we come close? Believe me, didn't we come near? And didn't we almost pass the test? Brother Billy, you didn't just come close. You passed the test of an elder, a scholar, a friend, a father, grandfather. The day the village answered by saying, yes, Billy, you did. Respond. Yes, Billy, you did. Yes, Billy, you did. In the language of the Yoruba, I would say, Ibase Ogun. I would say, for the voice, the fashion, the velvet of Nat King Cole, and the soul of Lou Rawls, we say, lift our song. Lift our song. For the power found on the road with Johnny Otis and the discipline of the artist, respond, we lift our song. We lift our song. For the elders from the world, LA and the rest of the community, Bill has taught us that our melanin is sacred, our history is royal. Response, we honor the ancestor. For the man who walked between the worlds, whose one foot on rhythm and the other is reverence, respond, we honor the ancestor. We honor the ancestor. Billy Red has not left us. He has simply changed keys. The melody continues. The melody continues. His heart is as light as a feather of truth, balanced in the halls of Ma'at. The melody continues. The melody continues. Because he was, we are. Because he sang, we shall not be silent. Response, Ashe. Ashe. Billy Red, rest in soul, rest in sound. Again, he's not left us. His influence lives on in every young artist who finds their voices in their heart, their soul, and the world. The Merck Park Drum Circle, honored. He simply transitioned to the realm beyond the sound of our ancestors. And thank you for the blessings from our ancestors and the graciousness and love of Billy Ashe. And I say, Ashe. 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 Now, this time I'd like to call the Radiant Voices.
No, I will call them. People's...
I'm sorry. Sometimes I get carried away. I just go ahead and through them. When you speak I had to kind of write this down because I have a tendency to go from motor mouth to turbo tongue, and 2 days later you need to say, "What did this Negro stop talking?" But anyway, having a sense of humor, a sense of loyalty, and a sense of love. That's what we're all about. That's why I'm here. And I had the solar man sitting in the back in the wheelchair. Come on, man, look at him here. The solar man. I'm inspired by this brother here. I'll tell you about him later on, but
Good morning, good afternoon, church. What a beautiful opening ceremony. We have a lot of beautiful music planned for Billy because he left us with so much beautiful music. So pardon us if we gush over or something like that. But that's what it's about. And we're going to start with a prelude, which we would like to dedicate to him, featuring our pianist, Mr. Rick Olson. This is entitled 100-Year Waltz. Billy was a founding member of our jazz and praise choir, Radiant Voices. I was so proud of him, and he was so bad, and I would like to invite Radiant Voices to please come. I'm sorry, pardon all my stuff. Watch your step.
We need some guys to help these ladies up. Come on now. All right.
Go ahead, Brother Dante, get that thing working. Go ahead. No rush, we're here now. Ready? And.
There's a place we can go if you take my hand in the sun and sand of a holy land. Well, your eyes realize there's a sacred concert in the sky. We can live through the strength of a sacred plan. Of a holy land, joy will be what we see in a place where everyone is free. Freedom, 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 freedom. Freedom, freedom, to be contented, prisoners of love, or to reach along the reach, to reach for the star, or go around the business of becoming what we already are.
Becoming what we already.
Freedom, freedom. When Pharaoh was in that Egypt land, let my people go. He ruled so hard they could not stand. Let my people go. Oh, that freedom. Go down. Moses, way down in Egypt land, tell Lord, oh, that freedom, Pharaoh, oh, that freedom, let my people go. When the everyone has a destiny, but that storm and strife just won't let us be. We must share worldly cares if we want an answer to our prayers. Land so near, land so dear, holy land so clear. Let us find you now. Take us from our fears. Hear our cries, make us wise. Let us join the concert in the sky.
Thank you, Radiant Voices. Come down. We're going to hear from us a little later, if that's okay. But Billy made such an impact. Thank you, Billy.
Now, I know that each one of you here can speak an hour, 2 hours, or 3 hours, or take the rest of the day speaking on the greatness and wonderfulness of Billy Red. So if you'd like to come up to the stage at this point and give us 2 minutes, make a statement. 2 minutes now, 2, not 10, 20.
Good afternoon. My name is Greg Phillips. I'm a pastor down the street, and when I started my church, Billy Red came and gave me a hand. I said, man, I need some real music. You know, I didn't know if he was the real deal or not until I gave him 20 songs I wrote. I said, what do you think about him, Billy? He said, throw them all away. I'm like, man, you hurt my feelings, bruh. He said, all you got is a bunch of good singers with a bunch of bad songs. I said, well, let me see what you can do, bro. I watched him construct and put a song together, the story, the theme. It was like magic. I couldn't make, so he's the real deal. Then he brought about 50 pieces of art and filled my house. We did an art exhibit. The man is the real deal. I mean, everyone doesn't have all these talents. I mean, it was natural. He didn't flaunt it. He didn't show off. He was tall and handsome and spoke well and sang well. And when he sang, to God be the glory at my church, boy, the church was just like stunned. We couldn't wait for him to sing that song. And, you know, it has such meaning, too. You know, the words go something like, you know, I give my all I have and all I give to you and all I am that you created, God. He was a spiritual man. He was my friend. He was my brother. We lived together. We spent time together. We spoke deeply and intimately, so I rushed up to get mine in. So, you know, I'm not going to spend an hour. You know, I could, but but no, he's awesome. He's amazing. The spirit is beautiful here. Beautiful people, the family. Billy, I remember you, man. You look good. You still rapping? Where's your mom? Is she here? Okay, I'm just checking in so I know who to say hi to. How you doing? God bless you. I love you. Always have. You know, I loved your husband, and I almost got a chance to talk to him just a few minutes before he passed, but it's all good. It's in God's divine hand. I just thank you for the opportunity to check in and let you know that I love him, still, always have, still do, and always will. Thank you. God bless you.
Okay. Tell us your name and.
Hello, everyone. Hello. I want you to know that I have known Billy since I was a child. I'm from Pacoima, California, Pacoima, and so I'm representing our home. Billy was the finest man to come out of Pacoima. With one of the best voices. He sang with Andre Crouch. I don't know if you guys knew that. He toured the world with Andre. And I mean, as a child, I lived across the street from Andre Crouch. And Billy was just someone you always looked up to. He loved my mother. He loved my family. I'm from a huge family. And his family, the Higgins, and you guys know Billy Higgins, his uncle, the family, I just didn't realize the stretch that they had. But I want you to know that I'm representing, and he represents my heart. And Lily, who is a friend of mine, when he married Lily, as you say, you picked the lily of the field. And that's you, Lily. So I just want you guys to know, Billy is going to be greatly missed. I don't have to tell you about his voice, because not only was he beautiful on the outside, he was beautiful on the inside. He never forgets anyone. He always opened his home. Of course, Lily was doing a lot of work. But I just want to say bless you for all that you've left with us in our hearts and all that good singing, that we all may be blessed with that. A healing for everybody. Billy, we love you. Billy Ray.
All right.
straight talk, I got to quote the man directly because in his last times, he was just kind of saying the same thing to me over and over again. He would say, and I quote, "I don't want to do shit but get back on the bandstand." You know, as God is love, that was his way of loving everybody, because he did. And it was like, I don't know if I can call everybody on the phone every day or write everybody a letter or, see you when I'm out. But what I can do is I can sing a song. I can show you God is love through a song. You'd all come together for a song. That's why the only thing he wanted to do was get back on the bandstand. Same as it is today. All here now to represent the power of God as love. Love, we're all here, just love. He was showing his love, and it's still radiating right now in this room today. We're all here for that song. It's still here. And that's how I've been taking it lately. It's just still here to me. What do you say? The melody continues. So I'm glad all you were here today. Like I said, this is the true show of love. And I'll miss him in some ways, but in all other ways, he's still here with me. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Kim Miller Augustus, and I had the pleasure of meeting, I call him Uncle Billy, in probably 81 or 82, at Christ Memorial Church. And, actually at Pastor Andre's house, because I was over there typing up lyrics. And Pastor Andre had a habit of doodling on napkins or whatever, and he needed someone to straighten them out, and I would type them up and put them in order. And Billy was there, and they were preparing for a show or to sing on an award show or something, and I met him. Then when I went to church, he was there. And he became quick friends with my dad, with my parents, Bill and Beverly Miller. And before we knew it, it was a family bond. And Camille was pregnant with Jimmy. And when she had Jimmy, I was just a young girl, and little Billy, little Red, was running around and always meddling and doing things and busy, but he always had something constructive for them. And then years passed, but we always had that connection. He had that connection with my parents. Even when he married Lily, he would invite my parents to the shows and things, and they would have a great time. But later on, he and Camille moved to Kansas City, back to Kansas City. Well, that's where my husband and I ended up going in 1992. And later we became neighbors, and I didn't know that. And we were having a house built in Grandview, and I would see them all the time in Truman Corners at a store called Price Chopper. And there we would chop it up. Recipes and things, and he was like, "I know you're still cooking because you've been cooking since you were a kid at the church and with Sister Valmore and people, and I still cook, and I love to cook." But it was just great to have that bond and to see him there in Kansas City, and we would always meet up at Price Chopper or in Truman Corners at Montgomery Ward. And he helped me move my son's first big bed into our house, into the Fountains. And I appreciated him for that. He helped us put it together. I was pregnant with another child, and he was there to help and be there for me down throughout the years. And even recently, the phone calls, he seemed to call me on every Sunday during worship. And I'm like, worship is starting and the phone is ringing, and I'll put the phone on do not disturb or I hang it up, but he kept calling, so I said, it's an emergency. And I'll say, what's up, Unc? He said, hey, Bill, it's Billy. What are you doing, brother? And I'll say, Unc, it's Kim. He said, well, put Bill on the phone. I'll talk to you later. And this was like every Sunday, same time every Sunday. So then he started calling earlier, and we would be in sound check. And Pastor Sandra was still alive then. And she was like, you're on the phone? And I was like, yeah, it's Uncle Billy. She was like, oh, give me that phone. And then they would chop it up and things, and then she would have my phone. But until I invited him to Dad's birthday party in January, and he said, I'm coming. And he didn't make it, but I understood why. He didn't make it, but he was always inviting us to a concert. And now he's at that big concert in the sky. And so the show that he always wants to send us to, we get to always enjoy it, and we'll enjoy it and hear it once again.
All right, here you go. Here you go, ma'am. You can sit. She can sit. Oh, she can come over. She wants to walk up to the podium, huh? Rather than sit down, okay? We can stand up on your speech too, don't we?
What?
We can.
I'm going to share some love.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Okay. I'm trying to save you walking,
My name
don't
is Lucy.
Yes, Lucy? As we stroll along together.
So I can go to here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I'll put this back here so you can.
Thank you.
All right, Lucy, put this here for you.
I know it's only going to be 2 minutes. The first time I met Billy Red was when I started coming to Leimert Park. He was the first person that I remember meeting, and he was always friendly and inviting. I used to go to the vocal classes, and he would always try and help. Everything he was doing, he was searching for his Rolodex of tools to help a person. And he was consistent in that way. I miss him very much. I loved his singing. I loved his joyful spirit. And I look forward to hearing him many, many more times, because he has a discography that we get to see, and we get to enjoy the pleasure of who he was, the soul of who he was. And the beauty of who he is. That's it.
We know maybe people want to speak and they cannot come up here. Let us know. You raise your hand. We can give you the mic. So whoever want to speak, Baba, after Mr. Askia, whoever want to speak. Yeah, we can bring the mic to you. Yeah, I know. I can see him. He was looking at me. That's why.
Give him the mic, okay? Sit down, Askia. Yeah, for a minute.
Yeah, I saw your eyes because you want to say something. Mr. Richard. Yeah, I can see you. Don't worry, I read you.
I am merely honored to get to speak today. I didn't ask to speak. They made me speak, and they kept saying, say something. And I got playing with Billy, 5, 6 nights a week. And we're always playing, we're always having fun and blessing each other. And I'm really surprised they picked me. Who's up?
Oh, there we go. All right. Hey, my man.
How you doing?
Good to see you, my buddy. Yeah.
Didn't expect that hug. Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah. Hey, how's it going? My name is James. I know Billy through Billy, and so we used to rap over here on the corner every Thursday night. And Billy Red is the first example to me of like what fatherhood does to a musician, you know? Because I was hot shit and I was unstoppable. And then one summer or one fall or whatever, Billy came out the blue, and I was like, oh, this dude is amazing, creative, got poise, handsome, stylish, all that stuff. And then we started making music together. And then when we got to the recorded music stuff, it was like, man, like, Billy himself is just like, oh, like he's got tone down and he's got like a storytelling down and he's got, for rappers, it's like beat selection, But then we started hanging out at your house over on Whitmer, you know what I'm saying? It's like, this is multi-layered. Then I got to meet Billy Red. And again, he had the same poise that Billy had, but it was like the more like mature aged, And, like beautiful voice, a lot of patience, And then I trip off this, it was like 8 of us and then some extras. And this dude that we never met kind of let like a young rap group like just hang out in his basement or in his garage, in his house, even when he was there, and that like allowed us to make all of our early music, that allowed us to like get close and chop it up. And I was like, why is this happening? Like, why? Because that's like, that was uncommon. We had to like do that in the streets. And then it really tripped me out to like understand like, oh, like this man was like a lifelong musician, and he saw like far ahead, And this is like the vulnerable part for me. So like, you guys don't know this reference because you're older, but me and Billy, we had like a, sorry. Sorry, me and Billy had like a Goku, damn, that's so messed up. But me and Billy had a Goku Vegeta relationship, and with most people, I was like Goku. I was like the main character, right? I was never the one trying hard to compete. So me and Billy, we had a competitive relationship, but no hate involved whatsoever. It was fresh to me. We had a lot of battles. We're like 5-5 in my head, right? Or 4-4, something like that. And then we got signed at the same time. And then this is the first time that I had like, not negative feelings about our competitive relationship, but we're signed to the same guy, and his record came out first. And I was like trying to get my music to get like approved. I saw Billy out here in the park one day. I saw your dad, and he was asking about the records, and he could see like frustration on my face. And he was like, man, come to the house, come kick it, da-da-da-da-da-da. Like he did the same thing, but this is when y'all moved over there, you feel me? So like, and then every time I see him, big smiles, just warmth, and I didn't have a father, you know what I'm saying? So like that energy, that little bit of energy, like, he did that with everybody, it seems. I don't know where to end, but thank you guys. Thank you for Billy. Bye.
The brother brought a lot of a sense of humor, but to respond back to your saying, they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but who better appreciate a new trick than an old dog? Dr. Skill want to say something, and we can go, and we have some, but okay.
Before I say something, we got to say lightning, and what are we, thunder and lightning. He's the reverend, and I'm the doctor.
Okay.
We always did.
We have reverence. Okay.
Reverend, brother. But one thing I got to just say about Billy, you're a very special person when you know what you hear before you're born. Billy knew what he was here for before he was born. Billy did not have a word called stranger in his vocabulary. He knew everybody. It was just his first time meeting them, but he knew them already. So Billy was always that, and my word for Billy was big brother. He was always my big brother.
he treated me as such. He loved Lily, my sister. He was just one of those special spirits. 6 billion sperms headed for one egg, and we the only one make it. Billy was that one, and he knew what he was here for before he was born. The goal in life is to try to find yourself. When you find yourself, you're born again. And Billy knew what he was here before he even came here. He was a blessed man. It was just blessed to be in his company and grow and have a big brother. Thank you.
All right. Yes, sir. You got the mic. Yes, sir.
Thank you. My name is Kevin O'Neill. You, of course, Billy was a dear friend of mine. I met Mr. Billy Red Thedford through Mr. Billy Higgins. I can't say that name enough, through Mr. Billy Higgins. And Mr. Billy Higgins says, hey, man, I got a nephew who can sing a mean Misty. You should know him, because, you know, Billy Higgins was tapping on me because I was doing a little directing over at my church choir at home in United Methodist Church. And he says, man, if you get the voices together and we can start singing this jazz and stuff, and it would be amazing. And I want to hear some of my music, and you need to know my nephew, Billy. So I got to know, Mr. Billy Red Thedford. Of course, we all know the wonderful parts about Billy, and we're going to talk, but let me get straight. Billy and I had a couple of issues. And one of the issues was that when I was doing things, I was the tall, handsome, talented one. And then here comes Billy Red. Are you feeling me? The relationship really took a turn in that direction when once with our Radiant Voices group, we had a photo shoot, and Billy, we were all dressed up and we had to change into a couple different outfits, and Billy had left his slacks at home. So I had an extra pair of slacks, and I let him use them for the photo shoot. From then on, after he walked a mile in my pants, he thought everything that was mine was his. I will never let another man wear my pants again. Okay? Richard Sherman, great to see you, Richard. Jesus Christ, man. He's going to tell you about the years they spent together, but I want to let you know that I introduced Billy Red to Richard Sherman. Okay, I was the bassist in the Richard Sherman trio. I couldn't come all the time, and I says, I know a guy who can play bass, and he's really talented, and Richard said, I don't know, and then Billy came a few times and played the bass, and then he heard him sing, and then after that, I was out the group. For many years, I ran the World Stage Vocal Workshop, and I was so proud. That's right, World Stage Vocal Workshop. I was so proud when we had these young, or just these talented singers of so many different elk who would come in. And I remember there was this one lady, she was a jewel. She had a special spirit. She had a round face, and she had a lovely voice, and she could sing in Spanish and all that kind of stuff. And I said, oh, she's really special. And then I had to miss for a week or two because I had a gig, and then I came back and she was all sweet on Billy. That would be his wife, Lily. Okay, so the list goes on and on and on to the break of dawn. But I would like to say that he was such a keeper of so many flames. We have some brilliant gentlemen vocalists who are here with us today. Mr. James Love, Mr. Logan Johnson, Mr. Dante Chambers, amongst others. And it will be their responsibility to carry on the legacy that Billy got going. He was such a nice person. I couldn't get mad at him. I just had to just love him. I probably loved him too much. And thank you for your life, Billy.
All right. Yes, sir.
Very, very well. I'm Logan Johnson. Thank you. I met Billy Red when he was at the world stage, when Deanie Clark was the maestro. I got Deanie's job there too. Yeah, right? Deanie Clark would sit at the piano, and if you would ask him to play a song, he says, "Is it published?" And if it was published, he would play it. No music, no prep, give me the key, we got it, right? So they needed a bass player. So Billy went and learned how to play the bass. I knew Billy before he learned the bass, and I knew Billy after he learned the bass. And it still amazes me how he does that. Now, I know I only got 1 minute left, but for Billy. For all we know, we may never meet again. Before you go, make this moment sweet again. We won't say goodnight until the last minute. I'll hold out my hand, and my heart will be in it. For all we know, this may truly be a dream. We come, we go like the ripples on the stream. So let's love tonight. Tomorrow was made for some. Tomorrow may never come. For all we know. God bless you, Billy. God bless you.
Can I get the audience to do me one favor? Stand up for this brother, please. Can you? Yeah, come on. Yeah, take a ride. Come on now. Ride. Billy has us to rise, so we're rising to this occasion. Come on now, my brother. Yes, no, it's not Billy, but you're helping us rise, so they rise for this occasion. Yes, sir. That's awesome. So I like to call the master of do the Richard. Yes, sir. Unless I skipped something. Where's Angie at? Oh, Angie, okay, my bad. I have my, if you can, they say, the old saying, nothing worse than a blind man than a man has vision and can't see. Okay. Come on up, Angie. There's a multitude of feelings that resonating through here, and bless you. I saw that tearful look in your eyes, my sister.
Thank you. My name is Angie Wells, and
it's in E flat, so set her up.
I'm going to try to make it through this. This is for Billy. All of us here loved him. You couldn't help but love him. My mother, who lives in Philadelphia, had the pleasure of meeting Billy 3 times at my house. I would have a yearly New Year's Day jam session, and Billy would always come, and he would always sing something that my mother liked, and so she said, you know, the thing I always remember about him was that he was so warm and so friendly. I thought I was going to make it. I was going to try. Okay. No complaints and no regrets. I still believe in chasing dreams and placing bets. But I have learned that all you give is all you get. So give it all you've got. I had my share, I drank my fill. And even though I'm satisfied, I'm hungry still to see what's down another road beyond the hill and do it all again. So here's to life. And every joy it brings. So here's to life for dreamers and their dreams. Funny how time just flies, how love can go from warm hellos to sad goodbyes and leave you with the memories you memorized to keep your winters warm. And there's no yes in yesterday, and who knows what tomorrow brings or takes away. As long as I'm still in the game, I want to play for life, for laughs, for love. So here's to life and every joy it brings. So here's to life for dreamers and their dreams. May all your storms be weathered, and all that's good get better. Here's to life, here's to love, here's to you. May all your storms be weathered, and all that's good get better. Here's to life, here's to love, here's to you. Here's to life, here's to love, here's to you.
Well, let me introduce the gentleman of jazz. Who's going to read the obituary? Mr. James Denise. All right, James.
Hello, everybody. William Red Thedford III, affectionately known as Billy Red, was full of life and love for his family, for his friends, for his music, for the Leimert Park Village community. He was born July 5th, 1942 in East Los Angeles to parents Phyllis Estelle Higgins Thedford and William Thedford II, who both preceded him in death, as well as his sister Carol. During Billy's lifetime, he was a father, a husband, grandfather, great-grandfather, musician, singer, songwriter, home building contractor, incredible painter, a good cook, a total Renaissance man. Due to his talents, interests, and abilities, Billy began growing up in Los Angeles in Pacoima, the same community as gospel composer Andre Crouch and his family. He made it easy for Billy to begin singing gospel music and begin singing gospel music professionally. He became an anointed member of the Andre Crouch disciples and contributed to the creation of contemporary gospel music. Billy traveled around the world singing contemporary gospel everywhere that he could. The period became known as the Jesus People movement of the 1960s and 1970s, when gospel music began to be played on stations that didn't necessarily play gospel music. And it began to happen around the country and around the world. Before becoming a solo artist, Andre Crouch and the Disciples won a Grammy Award for the Best Gospel Performances in 1975 and Best Soul Gospel Performances Contemporary in 1978. The group also won the GMA Awards for Soul Black Gospel Album in 1977 and 1978. Billy earned a Grammy nomination as a solo artist. After departing from the group, he soon began collaborating with many artists in Los Angeles' recording industry. He made these friendships as a vocalist, as he worked with Minnie Riperton, Melissa Manchester, George Bohannon, Randy Crawford, Quincy Jones, Billy Higgins, Boss Skaggs, Tina Marie, Reverend Jesse Jackson, the Commodores, Jesus is Love. Jeremy Lubach, Sarah Vaughan, Kevin O'Neill's Radiant Voices, Barbara Morrison and her Performing Arts Center, Rose Gale's Sunday Night Jam Session, Larry Gale's 4th of July party, just to name a few. Many of you were able to enjoy his notable performances at venues such as Colonel Allensworth State Historic Park events, at the World Stage, for years performing with Richard Sherman's trio, where I got to know him, at Terranea Resort down in Rancho Palos Verdes. And what came out of that was the CD that has been playing on KJMJRadio.com since they put it in my hands years ago. The CD was released after, with just all of their favorite songs, and they perform it just like it's their favorite songs. They were at the World Stage Performance Gallery in Los Angeles. Billy taught percussion at the Drummers Workshop, mentored singers from their vocal workshop, played bass during the jam session with Rose Gales. He also accompanied Barbara Morrison's open mic session on bass and accomplished with some of LA's most accomplished musicians and some of the most accomplished spoken word poets. That is, until COVID shut everything down. Billy's additional accomplishments comprised studio work as a vocal artist, as a vocal actor, as a voiceover artist, as a song arranger, world travel musician, and sometimes model. He became a familiar figure at the Los Angeles recording studios and in Leimert Park Village's artistic scene. He was recognized with awards including the California Music Hall of Fame Award in Los Angeles. Billy has been celebrated while gracing stages and venues such as Carnegie Hall, New York City, Usher Hall in Edinburgh, Scotland, the Sydney Opera House in Sydney, Australia, and the Queen Elizabeth Opera House of Canada. Billy leaves behind his wife, Lily, Billy, his son, William Thedford IV, daughters Dawn Bland, Sharon Thedford, Gina Morell, Juanita Thedford, and Gimme Carter. Grandsons, Donnie and Bryson. Granddaughters, Adley, Aja, Stella, and Eshe. Great-granddaughter, Jet. And great-grandsons, Taj, Luca, niece, Lynn Marie. Great-nephews, Dijon, Antoine, and Brandon. Stepson, Adam. Step-grandson, Dewan. And a host of many other living relatives and friends. And that friends part includes me. I saved mine without having to make the comments with the relatives and other of you friends. I met Billy Red in 1991, walking up and down Leimert Boulevard. We hung out and I didn't know who he was. I didn't know who he was. This was about 3 months before I progressed professionally into a position at KLON. And we talked music, we talked building contracting. I had no idea who he was until Higgins came out of the world stage. Higgins, who I knew. Him and Kamal Daoud told me who Billy Red was. And I was slightly impressed because he and I talked trades. I had been an engineer and an architectural engineer. And so we talked contracting and house building. I'd worked as a carpenter, and then we talked music. We talked Nat King Cole. We talked Ernie Andrews. We talked about the music. And it wasn't until a couple of years later that I actually got to know him, because I saw him at the world stage. And that was when the world stage was on this side of Leimert Boulevard, when Deanie was running it. And got to hear him sing, and I was impressed. This is 10 years before I ever stood on a stage and picked up a microphone to sing. Before that, I was midnight to 6, 5 nights a week at KLON, trying to provide the best jazz and blues I could. And when Billy invited me to the concert that Richard did, and 2 weeks later put that CD in my hand, I began to play that at KLON overnight. Chuck Niles came in and said, "Hey man, where's that CD?" Sam Fields said, "Hey man, I heard you playing a cat named Billy Red, man. Where's this CD?" Because I didn't leave it at the station. You dig? They gave it to me. Richard and Billy put it in my hands. They didn't say, "Here's for the station." They put it in my hands. So I had to go back and ask for another one, and Billy was very gracious to give me another copy of it. And that was how our relationship began. It wasn't until the early 2000s when I began to sing, and Billy was very instrumental in my being able to have a modicum of success in that particular regard. My loving wife, Vanzella, pushed me into that. Sitting in the station one night while we were playing some Lou Rawls live, and I began to rock with Lou. And she said, "You can sing." I had never taken it up. But Billy helped me to shape what I was trying to do. And Barbara finished it off. And the rest, as they say, is history. But I was heartbroken when he got very ill. And I lost a little something here when I got word that he had passed. And all I could do from then on was to pray for her, pray for the family, and play more Billy Red on the air. All right? All right.
We have another music selection.
There's been some really wonderful Billy Red stories. I'm going to share mine in a song because he's a person that touched all of us on many different levels. I'm very happy to have known him. I will say that the first time I met him, I was sitting at the world stage, and it was a beautiful sunny afternoon, and we started talking about places that we had traveled in the world, and then we got to music. And I said, he said his wife and his daughter sang reggae. I said, what's their name? Because I sang reggae. He said, well, my daughter's name is Gina. I said, what's your daughter mama name? And he said, her name is Gigi. And I said, oh my gosh, I've been singing with her for years. So I'd like to say that was the beginning of a wonderful musical endeavor. He was very instrumental in helping me on some songs, on endings and things like that, because he was really good. He was a really good song stylist. He had that in him, and not many people have that. A lot of people sing songs, but they don't necessarily style it. So I'm definitely going to miss him. And this is about him. As I'm reflecting back on Billy's life, it's like a dream. Things are not quite as they seem. There's always something missing, something unseen, but dimly remembered. I think of paths he may have taken, lives he has changed, some willing souls rearranged, and I'm amazed how tender feelings can be. In looking back, we just peek through the crack between what's real and false. In this eternal waltz, meanwhile we all keep dancing. Now at the end of my reflections, I have to say, Billy would live his life the same way. But that's the way that life goes. Thank God he was a brother we know.
Couple of things. There is a black SUV across the street, and his hazard lights are still on. A black SUV. I just got the note. If you're driving a black SUV and you park in front, I hope all y'all don't get them run to the door. But but on the serious side.
program, I'm supposed to do the eulogy, and there's something unusual. As I started talking, those 8 minutes was the eulogy. What we're going to do now is what I call the language for the eulogy. And again, it's a collective. It's us eulogizing the Spirit. So, for the voice, the fashion, the velvet of Nat King Cole, and the Lou Rawls response, we lift our song. For the power found on the road with Johnny Otis in the discipline of the artist, response. For the elders in Leimert Park and around, he taught us our melanin is sacred, our history is real. Response, we honor the ancestor. For the man who walked between the worlds with one foot on rhythm and the other in reverence, we say, honor the ancestors. Billy Red has not left us. He simply changed keys. Response, Melanie continues. His heart is light as a feather of truth, balanced in the halls of Ma'at. Response, the melody continues. Because he was, we are. Because he sang, we shall not be silenced. Ashe. To Billy Red, rest in sound, rest in spirit. His influence lives on in every young artist in the community who finds their voice around the world and in Leimert Park. He simply transitioned to a realm beyond sound while ancestors keep time. Again, we're thankful for this genuine, loving spirit who inspired us, who embraced us. And my feelings for with Billy Red goes way back. He'd stop by the office and he'd always say, glad to see you, my brother, and give me a hug. Brother, how you doing? But I'm glad to see you. That was that empowerment that empowering spirit gives when you see each other. We share that same spirit. How are you doing? I'm glad to see you. Rather than thinking about why are you here, I am grateful. And one being embracing another being. Spirit embracing spirit. And so that's my eulogy for the day. Hopefully it was empowering. We'll say Ashe. Oh, I have to do a resolution. I forgot. Ooh, this old dog's getting old anyway. Older. I'm not getting old. It's a resolution to William Thedford III, also known as Billy Red. Make a joyful noise unto the Lord. All earth makes loud noises and rejoice and sing praise. We honor the life of William Thedford III, affectionately known as Billy Red, a gifted musician, a kind and respectful man. As tenant and neighbor, he was dependable, considerate, and truly a great neighbor whose presence will sincerely be missed. His life touched many thoughts, both his music, his everyday kindness, leaving behind lasting memories that will not be forgotten. He was a devoted husband to his beloved wife, Lily, and loving father, cherishing his family with care and dedication. We extend our heartfelt condolences to this family. Respectfully, the Gwendolyn and Martin family. And at the same time, I do have something for you, Lily. I brought this. We talked about during the first blues festival. This is what we put together. And Billy Ray was here. And this is for you. I have a copy of the eulogy here for you as well, so, and also a resolution. So I guess that concludes it. I mean, I know we're hungry with love and hungry with passion. I guess we'd be hungry with some food too, right? Oh, we got one more note. Didn't we? Dr. Chambers. My bad.
Testing, testing. Testing, we all right, huh? Well, my name is Dante Chambers. I'd like to thank everybody for being here for Mr. Billy Red. As James stated, he was a friend of mine, you know. He was one of those guys that would always reach out to me on holidays. He knew I didn't have a family out here. And he always reached out and said, hey, man, we cooking over here. Why don't you come on by? I always like being invited somewhere, so I really appreciated that. And I was hungry, too, so. This song, this is the first time that I've ever heard this song. And it really reached out to me. It really touched my heart, you know. I would suggest everybody here that don't have that CD, go get it. Go get it, all right? The song I'm gonna be doing is a song that was written by Mr. Jimmy Webb. And Lily, I got to sing it the way it was written. You know, it's just such a beautiful song. This time we almost made the pieces fit. Didn't we, girl? This time we almost made some sense of it. Didn't we, girl? This time I thought I had the answer right here in my hand. This time we almost made a long, hard climb. This time we almost made our song in tune. Thank you, man. This time we almost made it to the moon. This time we almost made our poem rhyme. This time we almost made that long, hard climb. Didn't we almost make it? Didn't we almost make it? Didn't we almost make it? This time, this time, this time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, man. We got to do that again. There was a boy, very strange, enchanted boy. They say he wandered very far over land and sea. A little shy, but sad of eyes, but very wise was he. Then one day, when magic day he came my way, though he spoke of many things, fools and kings, this he said to me: the greatest thing you'll ever learn is just to love and be loved in return. Then one day, Mr. Rick Olsen, one magic day he came my way. Though he spoke of many things, fools and kings, this he said to me: the greatest thing you'll ever learn is just to love and be loved in return.
That is so awesome. And we're so grateful and thankful to see the family come out and share feelings, thoughts, and love at this ceremony that we embrace in our hearts, our mind, and our memories. I hope this day will be etched in your mind as an example who and how we should live our lives, being embracive and understanding and compassionate. Because Billy was that way, especially with me. We would talk all the time. He'd talk about fish tacos, Taco Tuesday. All right. But anyway, from the bottom of my heart, I'm quite sure with the deepest appreciation of his beautiful wife and family. Thankful for coming out. I believe that we have been spiritually and socially and emotionally fed, but I think there's some nutrition coming somewhere along the place. I mean, there's nutrition coming, or a repast, I believe, if I'm right or wrong. It's out that door there.
Excuse
so
me,
we come up.
We have a closing prayer. We
have a prelude music and a closing prayer?
We always like to be, I always like to give my direction, so we'll have a closing prayer and be prayerful.
Who's coming up?
If you want, I can read it.
Wait a minute. Take it. We have a family member that was coming up. Is that
Where's the family members going to read the prayer?
But I know God, so.
Okay, and I'm sorry. What's your name, please?
I am Jimmy Estelle Thedford Carter, Farida Najma, Gibbers by my daddy.
See, he never told me he had all those pretty daughters. He kept them. We would like to do a small prelude of an Andre Crouch chorus to lead you into your prayer. Is that all right?
Amen.
Okay, so stay there with me because it ain't the same without you.
I wrote this prayer. For my dad, and if you want to add anything on to
Put that mic right close to you.
There you go. Oh God, please accept our joint prayers with Billy's final prayer and grant him entrance into the eternity of your everlasting love. Bless him that he should be greeted by the ancestors and meet his mother, be reunited with his father, Granny, Uncle Billy, his sister Carol, and into your sweet embrace. We love you, Lord, and we thank you for sharing such a wonderful soul with your children here on earth. Amen.
I just want to say thank you to my father. He taught us so many things: creativity and love and magic, because that's who he was. confidence. That's what he gave his girls, for sure. And I just wanted to thank him in front of everyone. And thank you for that song that you sang. I sang it to him in the hospital when he was in the coma, and he opened his eyes and looked directly at me. So thank you. Amen.
What a living example. The man gave his dedication and have his daughter, who wrote the prayer, and come and stand in front of us and do the prayer on the closing, but the new beginning for us, the path to take. I'm so grateful. This thorn between these two flowers is appreciating their humility, their love, and dedication to their parents, to the community, to each other. Much love to you. Continue to be who you are. We salute you and the family. And Ashe. I have somebody else going to say something? Oh, yes, ma'am. Will you speak? We listen. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
I don't feel like standing right now. I really don't. I just want to say thank you to everyone that came out and celebrated Billy's life. I miss him dearly. I keep hearing his voice. Puddin'. He had an uncanny way of giving everyone nicknames. I started getting the calls from all his daughters, and they have Pinky, Beeps. Whew. He was a great man. He was full of love. We had more good times than bad times. Lots of good times, music, love, friends, good food. He loved to cook. That's what I love most, that he could cook. And he could fix things too. He was quite a man. My sweet Willie will always be until we meet again. This isn't the end. Life, dying is not the end. It's just crossing over to a new dimension. And he is here with us. The other day, a friend of mine says, I could have sworn I saw Billy walk right by me. So I know he's still here. He's here watching every single one of us, and I can hear his word, oh, wow, this is cool. This is really cool. And I want to share something with everyone. In the last days, Billy said to me, he says, hey, Puddin', you know what? I really want to go back to Africa. He says, I want to go back to Africa and build a compound and have all the family there. That was his dream, to go back home to Africa. And he spoke that day in and day out, every day. And that was his dream. And he's there now. And see the ceremony, the libation, and everything that was witnessed today, and the tribute to him. I know he saw everything, and he's pleased, very pleased. I'm good.
What can one say after hearing those dynamic words from his beautiful wife? Remembrance, even seeing the image of Billy Red walking down the street is seen. That shows the presence of the Spirit. And the spirit of his daughter is coming up. You can't design nothing like that. Any type of homegoing, when the father speaks to the daughter and the daughter speaks in prayer, that is something that's a gift. That's a blessing. You know, so there's an old saying, piercing the veil, and that's what they did. They pierced the veil by coming up and sharing a gift of prayer to their dad, for their dad, and to the Almighty. We cannot hope and wish that as we make the transition, as we change our keys, people will be in the audience as, wow, what gift that we now are missing? The gift of love, the gift of passion should resonate in each and every one of our hearts today. And listening to the humor, the song, the blessings, to be blessed. And the word to be is in our beingness. I'm not going to preach, but we're here. We're thankful, and I guess this put a closure on it, and I'll say, Ashe, and so it shall be. Thank you.
At this time, I'm going to ask Radiant Voices to come for our postlude. Is that okay, Reverend? Lord, please protect us on this song.
Really, seriously.
One, two, three, four.
Salvation and peace through our God has been guaranteed. We overflow with comfort through faith. We build with honor and faith, honor and faith. We build up with honor and faith. Do it again. Salvation and peace through our God has been guaranteed. We overflow with comfort through faith. We build with honor and faith, honor and faith. We build up with says God grants us power and grace. Power and grace. Yes, yes, anointed with faithfulness. Power and grace. 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 Our grants us love and mercy, power and grace, true compassion, anointed with faith. Love and mercy, power and grace, true compassion, anointed with faith. Love and mercy, power and grace, true compassion, anointed with faith. Love and mercy, power and grace, true compassion, anointed with faith. Love and mercy.
Love and mercy.
Love and mercy.
Do it again, do it again.
Love and mercy.
Again.
Love and mercy.
Love and mercy, power.
Love and mercy, power.
Play, Don.
Love and mercy, power. Love and mercy, power. Love and mercy, power.
We build up.
We build up with honor and faith.
Thank you, Billy.
There's nourishment in this door. If you go through this doorway, I believe. Nourishment is to this door to your right. If you want to get some for the repast, through this double door is where the repast is going to be.